Okay, so Devin, what do we do here? It's just we I don't I don't want to make the mistake again where it's on live and then I you know I don't know and something embarrassing happens. Like I'm serious. Is it on now? It it is. It is on now. Okay, so I embarrassed myself anyways. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition of AI Star Wars. I am your host, as always, Seth Lewis from a galaxy far, far away. No, just from here. What am I talking about? Sorry, I was I was considering. Do you guys like this angle? I kind of like this angle a lot. What do you think? Is it too far? I think we can kind of go a little bit here. Let's do this. Up there. Ooh, yeah, that works. All right, as always, we got like 5 minutes until this thing starts, but I just wanted to go over some stuff. Yeah, so we did New Hope last week, and I was just like, you know what? We gotta freaking do we gotta do Empire Strikes Back. That's like one of my favorite films ever of all time. Like up there in the top 30, maybe 40, but probably the top 30. So I will admit, Lord of the Rings ranks way higher on that kind of list. I mean, Return of the King's in number 2 to 1, but Empire Strikes Back is unquestionably their masterpiece. I mean, it's just incredible, an incredible film. I don't expect a lot of people to be here tonight. It was a Friday night, 8 o'clock, but I was just like, I don't care, man. Whoever wants to show up can show up. Whoever doesn't, doesn't. Empire Strikes Back, though, man. Yeah. Hold on. Just making sure everything's working. But yeah, anybody who wants to show up can show up. And anybody who doesn't want to show up doesn't show up. I get it. It is Friday night. I understand. But this is the greatest film of all time, The Empire Strikes Back. And unlike with our last episode, where the only change was that Ben didn't die, basically, this time around, there are going to be some huge changes. I was thinking about this story when I was getting ready to do it, and I was like, there are some decisions Luke makes in this one where if he approached it logically, people could die. Like big characters. And I'm not going to get into what, but if you think about it, you probably can already figure it out. And I'm going to need your help because if I have a question, if you all have an opinion on what might happen, I'm going to need you all to like speak up and comment and tell me like, hey, Darth Vader wouldn't do that, or Luke wouldn't do that, even if this was a completely logical version of Luke. But yeah, I'm hoping, I am hoping that we'll do a good job here. I'm hoping there's more changes this time around. I didn't feel like there was any. I guess in the first one he makes some pretty logical choices. In the second one, though, I feel pretty confident there's going to be some decisions Luke makes that aren't logical. In the second one, he's a lot less logical about things. But we are going to start here in 1 minute. Actually, I have to sit over here because I got to be able to type. And yeah, this is a big film for me. I love Empire. You know, this is their true masterpiece. I'll even admit it. I'll even admit it right now. This is the 100% movie for them. I mean, 100%. If I did a ranking, it would be at 100%. There's no doubt in my mind. Everything went perfectly with this film, and I can't say that about a lot of franchises. Even Harry Potter. There's not like one. I'm like, man, that one for certain is 100%. Lord of the Rings, though, I guess, yeah. Return of the Kings is obviously 100%. I will admit that. But yeah, This was their masterpiece for sure. Nothing else has come close. And with that, let us begin. So I'm going to share screen with Google Gemini. We'll make sure here that it works. And I'll be coming back to you all as much as I can. Right now, you're probably just seeing a black screen. Don't worry, it'll come to an end here very soon, I'm sure. Actually, it probably just came. Yep, it just came to an end. It does do a little bit of a black screen there at first. I don't know if any of you all ever do lives. You probably already noticed this. So at this point, I believe that Luke would have found out that his uncle and aunt were dead. I mean, I don't know exactly how much time goes by until he lands in the ice planet, but by this point, I'm sure he realizes aunt and uncle are dead. Also, I was surprised. I watched Empire Strikes Back before doing this, and I think the asteroid thing happened. I mean, I don't think it happens in A New Hope at all. I think it just happened in this one, which I have watched these movies so many times. I guess they must have got, I don't know how I thought it was Empire Strikes Back. Oh, well. I mean, it could still be Alderaan, though, that they were flying through. That's still a possibility. I mean, it could have been just that. I mean, I know space is huge, so the chances of that really are very low. But I could swear there's one in New Hope, too. I don't know. I don't see them reusing the same. I'm going to have to watch New Hope again because, man, I thought that I had that movie perfectly memorized, and apparently I do not. But let's get started. I don't know how long this is going to take. I'll definitely leave all of your suggestions. Please, if you see something wrong, if you see me making a mistake, please tell me. I want to know, and I will do my best to correct it. All right, so let us begin. Where will we begin? On the ice planet. Luke gets over his aunt and uncle's death. They were only minor characters anyways. Yeah, that works. They were only minor characters anyways. Yeah, that's just, their existence is solely to make you feel somewhat sad for Luke. They have no other purpose. They are not interesting characters at all. They don't have to be either. They're not in the movie that long. It's like the prince from Snow White. They don't have to be interesting. They just have to die. The prince might die. The prince might already be dead. There's theories about that. It is very ambiguous. Okay, they were only minor character anyways. Luke arrives on the snow planet. He looks around. This is important. Does he call Han Solo to make sure everything is going well? That is an important moment. And the AI is probably going to say, yeah. Again, this is not my best writing. I usually get a lot more detailed, but we are in a hurry. I don't want you all have to wait till 12 o'clock at night, although I will go to that if I have to. I like how the AI is like, from a strategic narrative standpoint, their role was indeed minor. Like, you're living life and you're like, that guy died. He's just a minor character. They're just a strategic narrative standpoint. My uncle and aunt are dead. They're just minor characters anyways. I guess that was, I led the AI into that, though, to be fair. The reality of war is that it demands sacrifices. That's going to be a big thing with this one. I can already tell. And dwelling on a loss I can no longer change is illogical and counterproductive to the larger fight. I have a mission. That's fair. Okay. I swear you can read this if you want. It's not important. This is just it reasoning all out. And when you get to the end here is when it's important. This is a logical and necessary communication. My personal feelings about Han's departure, Han, I guess you can use it either way. They do in this movie for sure. That was one thing. I guess that is the one flaw with this movie. They do pronounce his name in several different ways. Han and Han is basically it, but I mean, I don't know. It makes me glad to see them doing that because I've done that before on my show. Although in my case, it's just because the people have different pronunciations of the name. I mean, it's just the same as with this movie. His name can be pronounced either way. Who cares? So yes, I make the call, but it's a logical, professional communication, not a sentimental one. We are in a war, and every action must serve the ultimate goal of defeating the Empire. Okay. I'd love to get a phone call from you, dude. All right. Suddenly, let's use the word suddenly because that's such a good word, isn't it? Suddenly. Suddenly, you are attacked by a Yeti. It's a Yeti. I don't care. No, you know what? It isn't. It's an abominable, a snowman. It was a snowman that attacked him. Abominable snowman. What a hard word to pronounce. So it was an abominable snowman though that attacked Luke for sure. I mean, it wasn't, but it was. Oh, by the way, how are you all doing? Everybody good? Okay, just making sure. Oh, here we go. You are attacked by an abominable. You're attacked by a snowman. You are attacked by a snowman. So could he? I mean, what would you do in this situation? You know what? Let's give him a chance to survive. I mean, I feel like he could survive the snowman. Well, yeah, let's ask him what would you do? Let's see if Luke even has to get like taken by the abominable snowman. I did it. What do you do? Let's see. He kind of gets dragged off in the original. My logical analysis of the situation on... I might have used the wrong word when I said logical. Maybe I should ask the AI to stop being so like nerdy. Including my professional yet personal check-in with Han or Han is suddenly and violently an abominable snowman. Oh, okay. It's a wampa. I like my word better. A wampa? No, that's better. Wampa. I like that better, actually. Burst from the snow. My mind, trained for logical threat assessment, processes this new information instantly. My first choice is to run and fire. I am not a gladiator. Okay, you're getting caught. That would not have been my move at all. What happens next? Does the wampa give chase, or does it retreat after being shot? I don't think getting a shot's going to take that guy down. All right, he captures him. The wampa captures you. You are in a cave. Hanging. Oh, by the way, we're not doing a Han and Leia's story because obviously this is all about Luke. You're in a cave hanging by your feet, suspended. We're just going to say rope from rope. There is a lightsaber, but it is out of your reach. The wampa. I like that. I wish I'd known it was a wampa. I'll be honest, I forgot it was a wampa. The wampa is getting ready to eat you. He has salt and pepper shaker. A kiss me. I'm a cook. Apron. He is humming like Elmer Fudd. Yes, perfect. For all of you who don't know, Elmer Fudd, you all know who Elmer Fudd is. A 1,000 years from now, I'm sure everybody's going to know who Elmer Fudd is. He is humming like Elmer Fudd. What do you do? Okay. This will be interesting. The situation has just taken a turn. Will that voice annoy you all? I don't want to annoy you all or anything. I'll just use a hero voice. This situation has just taken a turn from a standard survival scenario into a bizarre and darkly humorous one. The Wampa, human-like preparation, the salt and pepper, the apron, the humming, are highly unusual and suggest a higher level of intelligence than the typical beasts. This changes the tactical approach entirely. Hopefully not too much. I was just kind of joking around a little bit. I'm not fighting the Wampa with my mouth. Maybe I should have read the other stuff there. What the heck is that about? I'm fighting for the time and opportunity to retrieve my one true weapon. The Wampa's bizarre behavior is a weakness I can exploit to gain those precious seconds. Oh, he summoned lightsaber. Oh yeah, he's going to use the Force. Okay, utilizing the Force. All right. What does the mouth have to do with it? I am not fighting the Wampa with my mouth. How are you all doing over there? Okay. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. It's not working. You know what? I think what he's trying to do is like manipulate him, But we're going to just ignore that. This was just a joke that I put in here. So we're going to just say, and believe me, things are going to start changing. But right now, they're just going to stay the same. Luke summons the lightsaber. Oh, actually, sorry. You summon the lightsaber. You free yourself and kill the Wampa. You head out into the snow. Eventually, you grow tired. You fall in a faint. Can people fall in a faint? You fall in a faint. I don't see why you couldn't fall in a faint. I usually put a lot more effort into it. It's just we're in such a hurry. I don't want to keep you all here forever. I don't want to bore you by proofreading everything. That would just take forever. Believe me, I'm a much better writer than this. I mean, I even use semicolons sometimes. Not often. They're completely useless, believe me. It's just more of a it's like something like a rich person would use. Oh, I'll use my semicolon and show how smart I am. It comes in handy sometimes. I don't not use them. I just don't use them that often. They're not that helpful. You fall in a faint. Han Solo eventually finds you. Han Solo finds you. He puts you inside we're just going to call it a snow beast. He puts you inside a snow beast. You are safe and warm. You are eventually taken, I'm going to say, to the rebel base. There, you come. What happens then? You eventually get separated. One thing that I actually regretted about our previous episode is that I didn't do, when in The New Hope, I didn't see whether or not this version of Luke would have saved Leia and Han Solo. Not Han Solo, Leia. In that scene in the Death Star, would he have actually, if he was thinking logically, would you go and try to save them? Would you even try to convince Han Solo and Chewbacca to save her? That would have been a great way to go, and it would have probably changed the story significantly. There you eventually get reunited with Chewbacca. We'll just say Han Solo, just so it knows that he's present. Leia and I forgot C-3PO and Han Solo the group, but you end up splitting up. Splitting up. You head to we're going to simplify this. You head to a swamp planet. You crash land there. The only one with you is R2-D2. You try to get plane out of mud. Fail. You run into Yoda, the green man. I don't think we need that detail. You run into Yoda. He says he will teach you the Force and help you get your plane fixed. I think that's a fair statement to make, right? I mean, I feel like he kind of helped him get his plane fixed. We're just going to call it. I mean, it's a spaceship plane. I think you can use those interchangeably, can't you? Whatever. He will help you get your plane fixed. You agree. No, you don't agree. Let's see what it does. Do you go with this strange hopping green man? Fair enough to say. The little Muppet. Hey, that movie, Empire Strikes Back, it does not look fake at all. And even the moments that do look fake fit perfectly in the world. Yoda looks good. Even today, Yoda looks good. That whole movie is shot so beautifully. It's like going into I don't know, it's like seeing like a whole galaxy on your TV. It's amazing. Oh, I forgot to put a question mark. Oh, well. The events on Hoth were a blur of near-death experiences and astonishing rescues. Summoning a lightsaber with the Force was a critical, transformative moment. It proved that Obi-Wan's belief in my potential was not just a hope, but a tangible reality. The Wampa, a tragic but necessary end to that ordeal, fell to my blade. Han's timely rescue, the bizarre but effective... Actually, I think the Wampa doesn't die, but it's another story. But effective use of the Tauntaun's carcass to keep me alive in our subsequent reunion at the Rebel base. The AI is doing a better job remembering the details of the story than I am, but what do you do? I'll underscore the chaotic... I don't have any memory for the creatures, though, in this movie. Yet miraculous nature of this war. The farewell is brief, a logical necessity as the rebellion scatters to avoid Imperial detection. All right, trust me, unless you all really want me to read all of that. I mean, if you guys say in the comments, it's not important, I can assure you. But if you really want me to, I could read it. I mean, I don't want to, but yes, I go with the strange hopping green man. My logic is as follows. You claim to know the Force, and you've already demonstrated an understanding of my situation and my needs. I would have done that too. I'd say that was a logical decision on Luke's part. Taught me. All right, my attempts have failed. My past is with the Force. If you can truly teach me and help me with my ship, then I accept your offer. Where do we begin? My decision is based not on blind faith, but on a cold, logical analysis of a situation where a seemingly absurd solution is the only viable one presented. What is Yoda's response? How does the training begin? How are you all doing? Everybody doing good? Everybody good over here? No commenting? Alrighty. Okie dokie then, Dr. Jones. It's a quote from the wrong movie, isn't it? I say that quote, and I've said that since I was a kid. When I was a kid, I loved that when Short Round says that in Temple of Doom. And I keep saying it even as I've gotten older, but I realize that it's not as politically correct anymore to some people. So it's like, I love that quote. I mean, I say it all the time. Not so much on this show, I don't think. Maybe a few times I've said it on this show. I say it a lot in my daily life. Okie dokie, Dr. Jones. How does the training begin? Yoda teaches you. He shows you how to use the Force. Levitating objects. And he has some body acrobatics. Let's say that. But I like that. Body acrobatics. Body acrobatics, okay. Levitating objects, body acrobatics. What else does he teach him? Levitation. Sensing I think he does. Sensing the Force, for sure. Just from, like, the lessons he taught him. I don't think Yoda was that great of a teacher. The only thing he kind of says that's kind of inspirational is that thing, like, he's like, the whole galaxy is a part of the Force. You must become one with it. That was the only part I liked. Everything else he said, it was like, hey, do not try. Do it. I mean, I get it. I don't know. Sensing the Force. I just don't know if that's the greatest lesson. I try with everything. Although maybe that's not. I don't always succeed. I don't know. Sensing the Force. You get stronger, faster, and cooler, and braver. One day, you and Yoda. Or is it Yoda and I? We're just saying you and Yoda. This thing doesn't care. One day, no, you can't say I, and yeah, I'm fine. One day, you and Yoda are walking through the swamp, and you come across a cave. I was kind of interested if the AI would do this one. It's the cave. It looks dark and spooky, like Scooby-Doo. Do you go into it? See what he says about this. Because Yoda doesn't really in any way prompt him to go into the cave. Because I just watched this movie. I was watching for that. I don't think he really even says anything like go into this cave to learn a lesson. So this isn't essential yet. We're not getting into the essential stuff. It's coming though. You're all going to see here in just a second. Luke makes a decision that could legit change everything. Yoda's training has been rigorous, relentless, and at times utterly baffling. He has challenged not my physical abilities, but my understanding of the Force itself. The concept of size matters. This in the mouth comment is kind of confusing me. Oh, not. Okay. I'm sorry. How did I make that mistake? Okay. Is no longer a philosophical riddle, but a tangible reality, demonstrated in the levitation. I still don't get that comment, though. The concept of size matters not. What does that have to do with anything? Oh, I love AI. I love when it's weird, too. It's just, yeah. I know I should hate AI, but I will say this. It is the most amazing thing I have ever seen in my entire life, as far as technology goes, for sure. I mean, even YouTube and Google, I'm not as impressed with as AI. This is probably number one for me. You can hate it all you want, but it is just incredible to witness. It's like, and it's so easy to use. It's just a few clicks. I mean, I was like getting all, when I heard about it, I was like, oh, I got to learn all about this AI so I can use it on my show and stuff. And it turns out it's just like a click of a button and you've done it. It's just like foolproof. So it's just like, oh, okay. Well, I guess I don't have to do that much research. Good. Demonstrated in the levitation of rocks and the breathtaking acrobatics he's shown me. I am stronger, faster, and my connection to the Force is now a powerful, intuitive part of me. We're walking through the swamp, and we come across a cage. It looks dark and spooky. It radiates a sense of unease. Yes, I go. How is that the logical decision to make? Why would you go into a cave that looks dark and spooky? All right. I am not. My logic is as follows. Let's hear it out. This is clearly a test. Okay. Yoda is a Jedi master. He would not lead me into a situation that is utterly without purpose or that would lead to my death without a lesson. The cave radiates dark energy. And if I'm, how did you know? Okay. All right. I'll allow it. And if I am to become a Jedi, a wielder of the light, I must confront and understand the nature of the dark side. Avoiding it is not an option. It is to run from the very thing I am being trained to fight. Oh, okay. So he's saying this is not about being brave in a reckless sense. It's about a logical acceptance of a necessary, difficult step in my training. The Force is a duality, and to truly understand its light, I must confront its darkness. Beautiful AI. Any comments? Okay, just want to check in. Just don't want you all to think that I'm not paying attention, do you? What is the first thing I encounter inside the cave? I think the dork voice is the best way to go with this if we're doing a logical Luke. I was thinking, by the way, of doing a version of the Lord of the Rings with Muppet characters. So it'd be like, I don't know exactly what it'd be. I'm thinking probably I'd have to at least go Kermit as Frodo, even though I understand that in the Muppet, like Christmas Carol and Treasure Island, the main character usually wasn't a Muppet. In that situation, you'd have to go with Kermit as like Frodo, and I'd have all the other characters and just be seeing how Kermit the Frog would have approached the Lord of the Rings and what differences could have been caused by. I was thinking of doing that, but I'd need all of your encouragement to do it. I'd love to do it. Lord of the Rings is my favorite. I will admit that. Even more than Harry Potter, which is definitely close. This is pretty close, too. I still say Star Wars is a little bit more behind than Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter. They're all three masterpieces, though. I love them all. Those are my three, actually. But let's see. What is the first thing I encounter inside the cave? You go into the cave. You hear some spooky music. Then you are confronted by Darth Vader. He pulls out his lightsaber. I think we can just safely say you strike him down. You are astonished. And by the way, this is such good foreshadowing. This is definitely one of, I don't know if it is the best. I'd have to make a list for that. This is definitely one of the greatest twists of all time, that Darth Vader is Luke's father. And there are clues to it, especially in Empire Strikes Back. Nothing in New Hope, as far as I could tell, that says this couldn't be the case. You are astonished. Looking down, such a good twist. Down to see you are astonished. Head comes rolling off. You are astonished when you look closer and see that it is your head. Ooh. You don't know what to make of this, but something in your heart, he's logical, but something in your logical, deductive mind says it's important. You go out. Yoda is waiting for you. He tells you your ship is fixed. You head to it. I feel like we almost need to stop, but this is where we get to the point where I think there could be a huge change. Unless Luke is acting in a logical way that I don't understand. You start packing your stuff. Yoda, however, this is where the big decision comes. Yoda, however, says, you can't leave, Luke. You must learn more about the Force. You are still weak. This is probably going to change everything, honestly. It's going to change some things, at least. The ghost of Obi-Wan Kenobi appears. Stay here, Luke, and learn about the Force, he says. But I should leave, right? I'm going to try to make it as ambiguous about whether or not he should do this as possible, says Luke. Han Solo and Leia need me. They could die. I should say them all. Just make this as painful as possible for him. Leia, Chewbacca, or maybe it won't change anything. And R2D, no, CP3O need me. They could die out there. I don't know what's happened to them. There are more important things at play here than just your friends, which is a statement that I think needs to be said. There are more important things going on. Should Luke have left the swamp area, or should he have learned more about the Force? Unless you all tell me, no, I'm wrong. Okay, no one is. There are more important things at play here than just your friends. That's true. People could die, says Obi-Wan. This is a hard one for you. Do you save your friends or complete your training and learn more about the Force? Possibly saving even more lives. I think I already know what it's going to answer. Does anyone have a problem with the way I'm writing this? This is something I am sure Luke was thinking about when he left the swamp planet. Lord knows I would have been thinking this. Nobody have a problem with it? I'm going to do it. All right. Ooh, this will be interesting. The confrontation in the cave was not... I'm not doing that. Yoda's simple imagine that the ship is a fix is affirmation of my journey, a sign that the path... I did miss a scene, but that scene's not important. However, his subsequent warning, you can't leave, Luke. You must learn more about the Force. You are still weak, coupled with the spectral appearance of Obi-Wan Kenobi, creates a critical conflict. My friends are in danger. They are on a mission to fight the Empire, and their chances of survival are significantly lower without me. The emotional pull to help them is immense, but I must make a logical decision based on the facts at hand. Don't care. Aha! All right, now we can have some fun. Okay, I must stay and complete my training. In this situation, it would be very hard for me not to do what he is doing right now. I would like to think that I could see the common good of, like, you got to go after your friends. You got to save your friends. But it's like, man, if you stay there, you could end up saving even more lives. It would be a hard decision. I could understand the Tolkien philosophy, J.R.R. Tolkien philosophy of just doing the right thing, even though, it might not end with you saving the world. But, man, it'd be a hard one. It'd be a hard one. I'd like to think that I would go after Han Solo and Leia and Chewbacca, but I might not. But there's going to be some interesting caveats to this too, though. My decision is not based on a lack of care for my friends. It is based on a cold, hard, and logical calculation of risk and warns. The vision in the cave was a warning. Oh no, it's not. I am my own greatest enemy. No, it was just, you're actually Darth Vader's son. If I rush out to save my friends without the proper training, I risk falling to the dark side and becoming what I hate. The cave showed me that my emotions are a liability, and acting on them now would be a fool's errand. I will stay. My emotions must not cloud my judgment. The vision in a cave was a warning. I must be a Jedi first, a friend second. I will trust in the Force that my friends will be safe, and I'll train with you until I am ready. So I have to know, is this what you all would do in this situation? I mean, it is a very hard decision to make. I mean, geez, it's just, I see both points for sure. Certainly not saying one point doesn't have value and the other one does. All right, what happens next in my training? So now we've got to think about things for a second. So if Luke does not go after them, does Darth Vader kill Leia, Chewbacca, and Han Solo and C-3PO? My belief is that he does not. So they're on Cloud City right now, we'll just say. So you spend many months training with Yoda. How long would he have even trained? That is another question too. How long would he have trained with this? Maybe the answer is it doesn't really matter. Eventually he will leave there. You spend, just do years. Many years training. Because I think that was kind of Yoda's plan. Well, then again, if he does that, then, I think, we'll say years. No, we'll say months. Because there's still the Death Star being created, the second Death Star. You spend many months training with Yoda. So, I don't think Darth Vader would have killed Leia. And not because he thought that it was his daughter. Not necessarily. Just because he could sense the Force in her, probably. He knew she was important. And one of the reasons he keeps them alive in the Empire Strikes Back for as long even as they were alive for isn't just because of time and just because he didn't get to it. It's because he wanted to use them as leverage with Luke, because he wants to have him as an apprentice. He wants him to turn to the dark side. He knows if he kills all of Luke's friends, Luke is never going to join him. He's never going to go along with this. So, in that case, they are still alive. They're just prisoners. But we still have Han Solo, who gets taken away by Boba Fett to Jabba the Hutt and gets taken as prisoner. So right now, he's already been taken prisoner in Carbonite. Does Han Solo get killed by Jabba the Hutt eventually? And I would say Jabba the Hutt's using him as a trophy right now. Would it stay like that through the months? The answer, I think, is we don't know yet. We'll save that for the next episode, because now Han Solo has a much greater chance of dying. That should be the takeaway. Finally, you are ready. You are a Jedi. So you journey. Okay. I'm going to take a second. Can you all take a second? I want to make sure I'm getting this right. So you journey. Sorry, I'm looking through an article here real quick. Just want to make sure I get this right. Yeah, okay. So So the question is, would even Luke be able to land on the ship, like, and do all the same stuff? He's not going to be doing all of the same stuff, but like, could he get on board the ship, and meet up with Darth Vader? I think he would eventually go to the ship. So, you are a Jedi. You now can go and save your friends, if you wish. Let's say Yoda give him his... You have Yoda's permission. So right now, Leia, C-3PO, and Chewbacca are prisoners of... Believe me, I'd kill them off if I could. But I just do not believe Darth Vader would kill them when he could use them as leverage to get Luke to the dark side. You journey to the spaceship. Now, this is interesting, too, because the final fight occurs in the original film with Leia, you know... Oh, wait. So one thing that we got to keep in mind, too, is Lando. Because Lando does end up freeing them, doesn't he? Yeah. Lando frees... Yeah, he saves them. They are too late to... Okay. The group fights it way back. So actually, at some point... Oh, so Luke and Leia... Actually, you know what? We got to rethink this. Luke would never meet up with Darth Vader in this version because Leia and Chewbacca and the rest would all have been able to escape with Lando. I didn't even think of that before. Oh my, that just blew my mind. And yeah, so Luke never has his fight with Darth Vader and discovers that he is his father. So basically, we're almost done. So you journey to the spaceship. There you discover, through the networks, we'll just say, through the networks, that your friends, Leia, Chewbacca, and C-3PO are alive and well. Man, I didn't even think of that. Oh my gosh, so basically none of this happened. It's been months. So Leia and Chewbacca and C-3PO all escaped and are fine. Han Solo may be dead. Probably is. We're going to have to really think about that one. I want you all to think about that. Would Jabba the Hutt have eventually stopped using Han Solo as a trophy in Carbonite and just have killed him? And maybe we'll ask the AI that in the next episode. Are alive and well. You all... So it would have been better if Luke had just stayed with Yoda and Obi-Wan that whole time. He didn't have to go. I wouldn't have thought that, actually. What's more, they made a friend. Oh, shoot. Darn it. Just alive and well. Yeah. You actually made a good decision, AI. I would have made a good decision if I had been in this situation. It's not as fun. Doesn't have the cool reveal. But, man, that blows my mind when I was thinking about it. I was like, wait a minute. Of course. So, you hang out with Leia, Chewbacca, and C-3PO. You also meet a new friend, Lando, who helped them escape Darth Vader. You discover Han Solo has been carbonated and taken to Jabba the Hutt. In your next adventure, you will save him. Until then, I think we can do it. To be continued. We got done that one pretty early. So, yeah, man. that actually made things better. Luke didn't lose an arm or anything. So, I mean, unless you all have anything you want to say against that idea, I'm pretty sure that's what would have happened, though, to be honest. I thought it was a worse decision that Luke made not to go and save them, but at the end of the day, Darth Vader would not have killed him. I refuse to believe that, at least. Maybe you can make the argument he would have killed Han Solo eventually, and even that is highly skeptical. He was very intent on keeping them alive. So right now, Luke does not know that Darth Vader is his father. Does that actually change anything? I don't know. I'm going to have to watch the final movie. I don't know why I had such trouble finding A New Hope, but I'll see you all around, I guess. Man, that change? I'm still like trying to figure out what we're going to do with Han Solo, though. That's going to be the big question. Would Jabba the Hutt have killed Han Solo? But that's it. I'm here from a galaxy far, far away, ages ago. Wait. A long, long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, AI retold Star Wars, and it was much happier, if not a lot more logical.